Welcome to the Queen City Strikes podcast. I'm your host, Ray Summers. Shout out to my co-host, Mav, man. What's up, bro?
What's up? Who day on the new season?
Let's go, man. Episode 27, man. Protect the brand. Happy anniversary, Mav, man. No weird shit today. Just stick with me.
Yeah, season 2, because we the shit.
Yes, sir, man. Season 2, man. April 18th. You be listening to this on the 19th. But yeah, man. Wild day today, man. Welcome back, everybody, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro. Me and Mav was just talking before we started this, man. I don't know what's going on with this weather, but man, it was just, bro. Just picture what it was like just this last couple of weeks, like with the hot, warm, cold, hot, warm, cold. And today, y'all, it was snowing. Snowing in the Queen City today, bro. Some bullshit.
I went from a sunburn on my head Friday to my sled being brought out today.
Bro, it's stupid, bro. I swear Cincinnati is probably the only place literally you could have a bubble coat, shorts, and boots on and still be cool. Mm-hmm. Literally, bro.
And it would make sense.
Literally, man. Dress for all the seasons today, man. We got lots to get into, y'all, man. Thank you for messing with us, man. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. But shit, bro. Let's get into it. Are you over it?
You over which part?
Behind you.
Yeah, I'm over it. Hey, it was a hell of a game, man.
It was.
We made it. We weren't supposed to be there. I display it proudly. That's all I gotta say.
That's all you can do, really, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, I'll say I got over it when it hit like mid-March. That's when I got over it. Yeah. I had to watch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched the Strike Rewind like probably over like 20 times. I had to get over it, bro. I had to get over it somehow, bro. I was like, man, like, because all I kept thinking about was like, we got to start off where we came off last time was if he would have just had just 2 more seconds and saw what was going on down the field,
not even
a whole
2
different
seconds.
Game.
Yep.
So let's get into it, man. These off-season sign-ons, bro. Off-season sign-ons, bro. We got who do we get on this off-season sign-on? Oh, look who you know who texts me, bro. You already know who. We're just speaking about the brother, man. But we got some off-season sign-ons, man. We picked up a couple people for the offensive line. Thank God.
Quality people at very team-friendly contracts.
I'm trying to find the list. There we go. We got Alex. I'm gonna say we got Alex Kappa, one of them from the Bucks. Bengals got him for a 4-year deal, $40 million. Also we picked up Ted. How do you say his last name?
Ted Karras.
Yeah, Ted Karras, guard from New England. Also picked up Hayden Hurst, tight end from Atlanta. I would almost call him Lavelle, but I'll say Lavelle Collins, tackle from Dallas, and also a tight end Nick Eubanks.
He's just a roster.
Yeah,
spot.
just a
no
roster.
Disrespect, dude, but you probably won't even make practice.
So, what's your reaction to these signings, bro, that we got, man? Sorry, y'all, we're just catching up to date. We just catching up to date. I know some of y'all already know all this.
The Bengals didn't waste no time. At 12 noon on that day, 12 noon and 2 seconds into it, all of a sudden, here you got Alex Kappa announced, right out the gate. And then later on, you had Ted Karras announced. So right off the rip, they hit their biggest weakness going into the offseason. And then the whole thing with La'el Collins, of course, that was a dramatic-ass weekend. And, of course, everybody was lighting up social media. I saw him at Kenwood Mall. I saw him here at Papa Do's. I saw him here at Jeff Ruby's.
And that was
Dude, it was insane. I saw him at the flea market.
Yeah, people were saying the most outrageous things where they saw it. I ain't gonna lie, I believe some of them. I think I sent you one of them. I was like, hold on, that ain't him. That's dude from the Ravens.
You sent me that thing with the airport. Yeah, everybody's starting out. I'm like, dude, he's not even the right size for Call.
Yeah, my bro, that's dude for the Ravens, man. Like, y'all lying, bro. Y'all need to chill out with that clickbait. Chill out with that clickbait, man. But
no, it's been a great off season so far.
It has.
You know, I hated that we lost CJ Uzama, but I ain't mad at him for going for the money. You can't say it was anything other than the money.
Yeah.
You know, you go from being in a Super Bowl and a heart and soul of the team, and you know, you're ripping your knee brace off WWE style, doing this in front of the crowd, and then you go sign with the Jets. So I hope you enjoyed that run. You'll never see it again in a Jets uniform.
Facts.
But you know, we got Hayden. We got Hayden Hurst. I thought that's an excellent pickup.
I got to see that. I got to see that.
1 year prove it deal. I mean, I wanted the Bengals to draft him a few years ago when he came out in the draft. I was pissed that the Ravens got him. You know, and then whatever reason it didn't work out. And then of course with Atlanta, they drafted Kyle Pitts. I mean, he was a freak of an athlete. So good luck trying to compete against, you know, Kyle Pitts. So
exactly.
To me, it worked out in our favor.
It did. A lot of shit did, yo, right at the right time. Like timing is everything, man. I'm glad we got these people. I just hope my whole thing is we talk about it on the last season is they got to keep their ass healthy. And I'm talking about the offensive line. Tight end, he can do what the hell he want to do. But the offensive line, they have to stay healthy, man. Like, this is a big group. It's a big group. I expect just out this group alone, I expect Mixon to get lots. I hope Mixon gets lots of yards. That's just me. I hope he gets a lot of rushing yards on me. But we'll have to see how this shit plays out, man.
As Frank Pollock calls them glass eaters. You'll see why.
Oh, yeah. We're going to find out. I must say, we've seen the highlight tapes and a lot of them. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out, bro.
And I didn't know if you saw this yet, but Leo Collins, how excited he is to be a Bengal. Did you see his tattoo he got?
Sick.
Already representing the Bengals.
I like the tattoo. I didn't see that. The leg tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
That was sick. I like that tattoo, man. Had like the Bengal face with he's had that dumbass B on there though, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it is.
I feel
unfortunately, that's what the emblem is.
I feel it, and
But he had it down in the mouth of the Bengal tiger.
Yeah,
you know, he did it right.
Did it right, man. But like I said, man, big ups to him, bro. Called Joe Burrow himself. But yeah, man, we end the season 10-7 with the loss. The question is, will we be back? What do you think?
Oh, we will definitely be back at some point. Now, whether or not it'll be this year or not is hard to answer. You had so many things go right last year for a season that was supposed to go wrong. You know, with Burrow coming back from a knee injury, the Swiss cheese of an offensive line,
right?
You know, and then on the luck side of it, they had no COVID issues until for a game it didn't matter against the Browns at the end. So that happened at the right time, if I want to say that.
Exactly.
You know, knock on wood thing.
I do.
You know, injuries last year, we, you know, somehow got through. I'm not counting Trey Waynes because he was injured at the time he signed his contract.
Technically.
You know, so I don't count him. Outside of him, injuries, we got through all that. We didn't have no issues there. Just everything went right. And the odds of that happening in back-to-back seasons is going to be very tough to duplicate. And the response that the NFL had, particularly the AFC, of the Bengals' success has been this chaotic nightmare of an all-season that's been the craziest that's ever happened in response to what the Bengals have done, starting at the bottom and jumping up to the top. You know, the AFC is way up here. The NFC is down here. If the Bengals were in the NFC, I would say most definitely they'd be back this year. It would probably be the Rams and the Bengals in the NFC Championship. But the AFC is so stacked, it's going to be a fight. The Bengals they pretty much have damn near the exact same roster that got them there. Pretty much. With the addition of finally having a real offensive line. You know, defensively, all your core key players are back. You know, so you're not minus really missing stuff there with additions of players that did miss last year, like Joseph Asai and then the draft picks and things like that. So there's a lot to look forward to. They have everything's in place for them to make it back, but it will not be easy. I'll tell you this though, man. We got like I'll be nice. We got a 4-year window. 4-year window. I'll be nice and say we got a 4-year window. And the reason why I say a 4-year window because
is that fourth year is going to determine what happens, but we talked about it off the air with the contract situations. And I feel like what it's looking like, you gave me a lot of different scenarios that involve Tyler Boyd. I feel like the future on like of the team from what I've been seeing is they're trying to keep T. Higgins and Chase together. That's pretty much like the stripe print right there. Boyd, when it comes to that contract, that's what's going to get real tough if he wants to stay, or like, because you brought it to me off air with the individual that signed a ridiculous contract. We'll bring him up later. And like you said, on the offseason, there's a lot of contracts that was signed that was very large for the wide receiver core. So it's going to be tough. I ain't gonna lie, it's going to be tough to keep them all together. We all knew this. Like we said it in last season, like keeping inflation. All three of them. Yeah, it's an inflation, bro. It's going to be hard to keep all three of these, like either one of them's got to take a pay cut, or it's just like, or one's going to get tagged. Like, we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just saying we got a 4-year window to make this happen again. That I do believe we'll be back, but we got a 4-year window. I'll say that. We'll be back this season. We'll get back to that. I'll get back to you on my answer with that shit. I gotta wait till we get to the back together Saturday. Then wait
till the draft, see how the draft plays out. Things that, there's a lot of pieces that still need to be put in place.
Exactly, which we will get into. Thank you for saying that. So yeah, going into it. So what should we expect from this new offensive line then?
Well, the offensive line, I think, should be stellar, especially compared to last year. The way it's looking now, you're going to have Jonah Williams at, left tackle. They're talking about Jackson Carman at left guard, Karras at center, Kappa right guard, and Collins at right tackle.
I saw Deontay Smith on the guard as well. Like, right. Yeah, go ahead.
I know a lot of people want to hit, Carman, which he has earned his shot, and a lot of people are going, well, he was playing last year. I mean, I know he's a rookie, but, he kind of got exposed last year. And I'm like, not really. He played left tackle. You moved him from the left side to the right side. Mm-hmm. He's now back on the left side. And if people don't think that's much of a difference, let me put it like this. Okay, in baseball, you're used to running first, second, third, and home. Okay, now run third, second, first, and home. Mm-hmm. It's not going to feel right. Your footing's going to be all wrong.
Exactly.
It's a completely different thing. So him moving back to the left side, he's going to succeed more. Unless, which would push him out on the outside looking in, depending on how the draft plays out, which I'll dive in there when you want to get to
I'm going to say we'll get into that in a minute.
But as of right now, I want to see him at the left guard spot, but he could potentially end up being the successor to Jonah Williams come his contract to replace him. Mm-hmm. Unless he chooses to stay. But the way these contracts are going, I don't know.
Yes.
On the bright side, you got 3 of the 5 spots locked in for at least 3 years.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We got that window.
And that's why an offensive lineman in the draft would make sense, because that, especially in the first round, which again, I'm skipping ahead, but that'd be another 5.
You good, bro. But that's all I was saying. That's why we got that window. That's why I'm just like, this is it. Like, it's just like they got to make it happen now. Literally, man, they gotta make it happen. But yeah, that's all I expect too, man. Like I said, I expect them, like I was going to earlier. I just hope they stay healthy. I hope they block well for Mixon, block well for Burrow. And again, the position change with Carman, like you said, his strength is on that left side. So I guess we have to see how it all plays out.
What I want to see improve with this offensive line is not necessarily 1st and 10 yardage. Mm-hmm. I want to see 3rd and short, 4th and goal.
Oh, yeah.
How that offensive line holds up there. Mm-hmm. When they just need to get a yard and things like that. Will that line be able to create the opening big enough?
Because that's been the main problem the whole season, was those 3rd and shorts, 4th, mm-hmm. Or like you said, 4th and goal. Yeah, especially in the Super Bowl game. So, I'm with you. Definitely with you on that. Anything else to add with the offensive line? I think we
that's pretty much it until we get to draft talk.
I'm about to say, Jesse Bates contract situation, bro. They hit him with the franchise tag. Once we got out of the Super Bowl, like a couple weeks later, they hit him with the franchise tag. A lot of people upset. Me included. Me included. I was hoping he got his money. Because I think, was there some situations you was talking to me about with Jesse Bates too? Like potentially when we get into the draft talk.
Let's call it what it is. Jesse Bates is a leader of this team. He is a great player.
Yes.
The whole season, what's the word I want to look for here? He was playing angry, is what he stated, because of the fact they couldn't work out an extension last year. So he was playing mad. You know, we kept saying it all year. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah, you know, whatever the case may be.
It's all good.
And, you know, when you really look back on it, regular season, he was an average safety at best. Playoff time, he did step it up to that next level, you know, but the safety position has been devalued over the years. And you just brought it up earlier. We got to have the money for Burrow, Chase, Higgins, blah, blah, blah. Are you willing, from what rumored numbers I've been hearing, is way too high for what Bates is asking for. And I see what the stalemate.
What was the number? I know we talked about.
I heard one of the rumors I heard he was looking upwards of 18 a year.
A year, because
who's way too high.
Yeah, because who signed? Was it somebody from Seattle signed?
From Seattle,
and he wanted a similar contract.
I think his rounded to like
his was high.
14.5, 15 million a year, which is kind of around the price that maybe Bates can get a good deal. Excuse me, done.
You're good.
18 million a year, you're way too high. And as much as you mean to the team as far, you know, as a captain standpoint and things of that nature, I kind of agree with, we'll give you the tag for now. And if you don't want to come down on that price and kind of work more towards, you know, you're still going to get paid and team friendly deal, we'll let you walk. Which is going to be hard, but I mean, here's the situation. Technically, you're looking at Jesse Bates as technically a free agent as of right now. Beings with the franchise tag.
Yeah.
Von Bell, and I'm going to start getting into the draft talk, and I can see safety being the Bengals' first round pick. Von Bell is in the final year of his deal now. So potentially next season, we're going to have no safeties as far as starters. So you kind of got to already look for a replacement. And unless they can work out a sign and trade with Bates, I don't see a deal. I don't see a deal getting done. Honestly.
I'd be sad for this dude if you don't get re-signed, man.
Are you willing to pay him $18 million a year?
To compare to what though? Like who else saw and like basically invest that money for the future?
Correct. Because you look at what the Bengals just did now, signing his offensive lineman, filling in the holes at team-friendly deals, making his team better. You do a move like that, you're going to get hurt down the road. Now, you saw the contract with Rodgers. You saw the contract with Adams and things like that, even though they're from the same team but no longer teammates. You saw where their deals were. Now you just saw the big mega deal for Denzel Ward with Cleveland. These contracts are getting insane, and it's more so, are you playing just for the money, or are you playing for championships?
I mean, bro, that's something that he has to say. I mean, everybody has a different lifestyle, livelihood. Like, I get what you're saying, but sometimes, bro, it is about the money, man. Like, people do got families. You know, it is sometimes it is about the money. Yeah, you're putting your body on the line. So it's just like, to settle for less and knowing like what your status is. If you accept that, let's say he accept like a low ball joint, and then like something happens to him, then he's like, fuck, like, you know, it just woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff. So it's just like, it's hard to tell, bro, because at this point it's like Tyler Boyd's on the bubble, he's on the bubble, and then whoever else you want to put on that bubble, like that's going to be probably not projectedly maybe or maybe not like on the team in like whatever how many years from now.
I mean, put it in perspective. Jesse Bates, again, like I said, franchise tag, potential free agent come next season. Man. Von Bell, our other safety, is going to be a free agent next season.
I'll give up
Eli Apple, we just re-signed for a 1-year deal. There's another defensive piece, free agent.
Yeah.
Logan Wilson, after next season, will be a free agent. There's another piece. You know, there's a lot of pieces that you're going to have to pay. And if you ask me, I'd rather pay money towards Logan Wilson than I would for Jesse Bates.
For the middle linebacker?
Correct.
But Von Bell, like he up there in age, so it's like who would be back there if he's not back there and Bates isn't back there?
That's where I would get into with this
draft. Oh,
I can see the
hell
Bengals
no.
are drafting I can see the Bengals drafting a safety very early on, if not for the first round.
Hell
but
no.
I'm just stating.
I'm
just trying to state where all this money is going to go. So now you pay Bates. How are you going to be able to pay Logan Wilson? How are you going to be able to pay, whatever the case may be? I'm sure you want to keep Chidobe Awuzie. I'm sure you might want to try to keep Mike Hilton. Their contracts are not that long. On the offensive side of the ball, you're going to have,
this team getting expensive, bro.
That's the point.
This team is heavily expensive right now.
And that's why the window, like you just said, 4 years. You gotta.
I'm being nice with the pinky. I'm being nice with the pinky.
I know you are. Yeah,
it's really 3.
I was just gonna say, realistically, 3. You'd like to see extended 4.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pieces in play, and I don't think it's worth risking that amount of money for Jesse Bates.
But then it's gonna be a big ass hole in that defense, bro, over the top. Over the top, not across the middle, but over the top. And you just told me all these wide receivers I got signed.
It just all depends.
It's a gamble. It's a heavy gamble.
I mean, free agency and the draft is all a crapshoot anyway.
Yeah, man. It's a big gamble. Like, it's a big risk to give up, man. Like, because if they didn't give him this franchise tag, he would have been signed off rip, like how Tyreek Hill went off the charts immediately. Like,
but also at the same time, I would have thought the same thing with Tyrann Mathieu. I thought for sure he'd get signed by now.
Shockingly, he isn't. But I'm sure shit's
because sometimes players put themselves out of price ranges, but also teams are willing to overpay and then hurt themselves down the line. Like we're bragging about the moves they just made. If they deal out these humongous contracts like the other teams did, we won't be able to make the moves that we've made.
So let's say we resign Jesse Bates. So that means what? Like, because I said, I think Von Bell's older than Jesse Bates.
Not by much, but he is.
Von Bell, he's nice too, man. But something's gonna have to give. It's literally you looking at the future. Is Jesse Bates like what 20 something? His mid-20s, I would say. Von Bell's probably like, I don't know, 29, 31, one of them.
I'll put it like this. Are you willing to jeopardize potentially keeping, you just mentioned it earlier, Burrow, Chase, and Higgins because you wanted to keep Bates? What if keeping Bates means Higgins is gone because you can't afford that contract because you know what Chase is going to get and Burrow's going to get?
I feel like we're going to run into that regardless at some point. At some point, we're gonna run into that question regardless, and I'm sure they've been talking about it in the offices too. Like, but it just, I'm a defensive guy, man. I feel like raw receiver wise, man, like you could make a star out of any type of raw receiver. You can make a star out of they just got to have that it factor in them, like that gene, like that dog in them, like like they just went through the roof, like and ain't no looking back. Like, you can make a raw receiver out of anybody.
Oh, let me put it to you.
That's why I was like, a defensive person though, like this position, like comes off like it's rare, bro, that we find this.
Look at how the Bengals have been the past couple seasons. Have they or have they not earned your trust? On making personnel moves.
Making personnel moves like the last 2 years.
Like 2 years. Recent, the last few years on signings and things like that.
Yeah, recently on the incline.
Lately, they've been getting pretty damn good at finding the right free agents on the defense. When it comes to the safety position, before Jesse Bates, you had a stellar free. With my mind just went blank, and it was there Reggie Nelson.
Yeah.
And then Jesse Bates and blah blah blah. We had a big question mark with cornerback when William Jackson III. We were like, well, what the hell are we going to do? We had Darquez Denard, who didn't turn out to be what we wanted. Then all of a sudden they got Awuzie and Mike Hilton. A lot of people are going, why the hell did they do that? You saw him excel.
Yeah, they picked up on free agency.
So if Bates goes, they'll find someone to fill that spot at a much more team-friendly contract, and they're going to play well. And any safety's going to look good if you have stellar cornerback play.
That's the thing, man. Like, you got to have solid corners, But sometimes, like, even you have solid corners, like I said, you can still get beat over the top, like just with the rookie.
I know, but even with those safeties, how many times did Eli Burnt Toast Apple get torched?
Oh yeah, that was Eli.
With that, and but you know, we
Yeah,
had
that
the
was
safety
Eli.
help, but they weren't there.
Yeah, that was Eli.
But I'm just saying
But,
that you know you're expecting that help to be there, and it's not going to always be there, regardless of who they are.
I just want to risk it, man, because you just told me, and I will say it again, the AFC has gotten ridiculous this offseason. It's like you almost want to keep like your studs in there as long as possible.
It's an arms
race. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking if you give him up, Bates up, it's just like I just got a feeling we're gonna regret it. We regretted it after the Reggie Nelson thing. Like we didn't see nothing at this. Reggie, look who just named Reggie Nelson, Bates. Now, how many years is that in between? So it's like, hell no. I'm not going through, let's try and let's get Demetrius and let's get Troy. Let's get all these dudes from all these different colleges and come in here. And like, it's just like, and we're just basically hoping and praying that they're going to do well because they're not going to be like Jesse Bates and they're not going to be like Reggie Nelson. They're going to play at their own style. So it's just like, it's tough to call, but it's a hell of a risk because, like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, all right, you said Bates was like you say he was kind of like average in the regular.
He was average through the regular season, but he was phenomenal in the playoff run. I
feel like he's been legit through the whole season. Like personally, that's just me. I feel like he's been like legit through the whole season. I haven't even the postseason. He had major game-changing plays. Even the interception in the Super Bowl game, that was a game-changing play that could have, like, won the game, obviously. But he had a lot of game-changing plays. Like, I don't really recall, like, a bad game other than the Jets game, but we already know how that shit went. But other than that.
Yeah, somehow everybody forgot how to play against the Jets.
Yeah, I might say. But other than the Jets game, that's only, like, bad performance I remember him having. But like I said, he's been there. Like, yeah, bro.
I said, don't get me wrong. I'd love to retain him, but not at the risk of jeopardizing what we're going to need.
I feel
you got a lot of big money coming up.
I feel like just having the offensive line is just the thing for me right now. Having the offensive line, and then because I mean they got the defense. It's just like I'm just scared of that big hole missing at the top. That's all I'm scared of.
Well, the big, like you just said, the big hole at the top, it's not necessarily going to always be there if they can solidify the pass rush. They can't get over the top if the quarterback's is pressured nonstop. And that was very lackluster last year. So that's why I'm hoping with the addition of Joseph Asai coming back, that him and Hendrickson and then whoever else they bring on can bring that pressure in.
Facts.
And it would keep that over the top from being exposed.
I hear you, bro. I just hope because
to me that was the weakest link on the defensive side of the ball was the pass rush was the weakest link there.
Yeah, you're on the outsides. Yeah,
obviously on the offensive side it was our pass protection.
Yeah, pass protection. I'm with you on that. But yeah, man, we'll see. I hope they can come to some agreement, man. But time will tell. But with this, like, I hope he don't plan on sitting out since he didn't get that new contract. I hope he don't plan on doing that.
He's too much of a player. He didn't sit out last year. He's not going to sit out this year.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
he'll be playing mad again.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with the franchise tag, it's a risk to the player. Yeah, they're getting their money for that one season, but without that long-term contract, if you get a major injury,
it's a wrap. What was
that
guy?
A lot of teams, look at the whole Trey Waynes experience. We paid that man a lot of money, and he didn't play a damn. I can't say his play was bad. It's just he never played.
I just don't want him to get cheated out like Earl Thomas did, man, with the Seahawks, bro. When he was owed that money, and then he went with that franchise tag and then got hurt. I just hope that don't happen, man. Because we'll be right back here. I'm gonna be looking at you like.
With CJ Uzomah leaving, we just talked about earlier. Were you willing to pay Uzomah that money?
No, because like reason why I didn't want to pay him that money is due to he got hurt, bro. Bates never got hurt.
No, I understand it, but I'm just saying it's still that same logic.
Yeah,
what's your value to the team? What is the team willing? What does the team value you at? As much as I love Uzomah, I was not willing to pay him that money. I'm glad he got it.
Yeah.
But And the same thing with Bates. I'll be glad for him when he gets paid, whether it's Bias or somebody else, but I'm not willing to jeopardize the future for one person.
I hear you.
Unless that one person is Joe Burrow.
I mean, that's gonna be a bitch too. I'm telling y'all, that 3-year window. I'm telling y'all, bro. Me and Maverick is here telling y'all, bro, enjoy right now. I am telling you, we're gonna say this again. Enjoy what's going on right now. Enjoy Maverick's background. Enjoy my background. Yo, enjoy now, because like I said, it's a business. Like, this is a business. Yo, people come and go like in this business, bro. And like I said, we will see.
I expect to switch this around to say world champions.
Yeah, at some point. At some point. But everybody has to enjoy this, man. But time will tell. On to the next. Will we see more of Chris Evans this year? Because like we didn't see shit. I mean, like we saw glimpses, like which was like teasers, but they didn't let him out the gate.
I would hope so. At what extent? Do you mean by running back wise or seeing more of him in general?
Both.
Because I prefer, now depending on how the draft plays out, because there's players in my mind that would fit this, but I would like to see Evans be returning kickoffs and punt returns, being he's not your featured back. And you rely more on Mixon and P. Ryan, so you can allow Evans to be the return man, because all he just needs the ball in his hands.
I'm with you on that one.
He's a home run threat every time.
I'm with you on that one.
And with Mixon and P. Ryan being your main feature backs, with him doing the returns on your specific plays, him part of the rotation, he can come in still with fresh legs,
right?
Even though he did those kicks. And I'd like to see more double running back formations, maybe do some formations with P. Ryan. I said this last year, like a fullback position, get a little more creative with it, because Evans is an electric player.
He is, bro.
I would like to see more of him in there. And the same thing happened with Bernard. He kind of got ghosted over, the likes of Jeremy Hill before, his fumble and then his career tanked, and other players, like that. And I don't want that same thing to happen to Evans, because he is a playmaker. I'm not going to say every down back, because it has yet to be proven, because he hasn't had a chance, but he is an electrifying player. He is.
I just hope they use him, bro. It was almost like a waste of like last year how they didn't use him like that. And they use him like probably like once in the Super Bowl. But having him at that kick return, I like that. Because who does the punt returns right now? It was
Darius Phillips, and then he started having the Butterfingers, and then he ended up going to Oakland. Well, sorry, my bad. LA or Las Vegas Raiders. They keep flip-flopping. I can never keep up anymore.
You could, bro.
And then we switched over to Trent Irwin. And Trent Irwin, I think that he did very well, filling in that slot. But I don't think he has Chris Evans' return style and return ability.
He don't got that burst, man.
And again, depending on how the draft plays out, we wouldn't use Chris Evans in that scenario if they draft somebody that I'm thinking of.
I just hope we see him, bro. Like I said, he's a good sneaky weapon to use, bro. But we'll keep track on that. Fucking Bengals losses, bro. All the departures that we had, but one of them, I'll like to see him back. Larry, man, that we were just talking about earlier. He's one of them. It was to the Bears for a big ass contract, but he failed the damn
he earned that contract. I think that physical is over his foot not being healed yet from being injured, which you already knew about the injury. That's why I'm very confused about it. You knew about the injury. You knew when the injury happened, yet you offered that contract. So it kind of does make me wonder if there's a little more to it.
Yeah, it kind of played him on that.
But it could work out in our benefit, because he may end up coming back at a much more team friendly, maybe another 1-year prove it deal, which sucks for him because he already proved it and he got his money just to have it ripped away. But that's out of our control and can work to our advantage. Everything's a leverage play, man.
It is, man.
That's the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
It sucks, bro. But that you just told us
it's just business.
It's just business, man. It talks about CJ, Jets. Phillips went to the Raiders, Darius Phillips to the Raiders, and I believe Alden Tate was to the Falcons. I think Trey Waynes left as well.
He didn't leave. We booted him.
Well, yeah, booted him. My bad.
Yeah.
Got rid of him as well. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I heard he got hurt when he got booted.
Lord. You never know, man. I don't think he even got picked up, but I mean, who cares though, bro? And also we had our re-signs. Who else we had?
Yeah, I was glad to see Trey Flowers is back.
Yeah, Trey Flowers is back. Yeah, I think I might have saw that, but hope this is right. Fred Johnson, the offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's back. He's back. Michael Thomas.
I take that back. He was back.
They
for a couple hours.
Oh, never mind.
And then he got released again.
Never mind. Scratch that, y'all.
Welcome to the grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, Brandon Allen's goofy ass is back.
Yeah.
Josh with a Tupo. Michael Thomas, Stanley Morgan's back. Trent Irwin's back. We was talking about Apple's back.
Yeah, the whole receiving corps is back except for Tate.
And Michael Wilcox.
Yeah, which Tate was a preseason phenomenon, but then regular season, I'm shocked he's on the roster for regular season.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man, on that one, bro. Who knows what he's about to get into? But this is just crazy, man. Y'all, I'm just ready for the season to start. I'm just ready for this draft to come up, see what we get into. Ready for the back together Saturday and getting right to the shits, man, because talking to Maverick about this situation with Jesse Bates and others and this 3-year window that we got, it's a big head scratcher, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. But who are you excited to see back? Who are you excited to see coming back this season, bro? One on offense, one on defense, bro.
Defensively, I'm excited to see Joseph Asai come back because I want to see what he can do in the regular games.
Same
he was a phenom in college, nonstop motor, and he was tearing it up in preseason last year until he got hurt. I'm still shocked with that whole scenario, considering there were so many people that had season-ending injuries and came back, yet for some reason he didn't come back.
Nah,
whatever the case,
bro.
So I would love to see what he's able to do. Offensively, who am I glad to see back, or can't wait to see?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty much everybody's been as advertised. The only one you mentioned it already was Chris Evans to see.
Yeah, I might have said.
His shot. But I'm more interested in seeing what Hayden Hurst is going to do.
Okay. That'd be nice
really
to see.
Excited to see because I know what potential
That's a good name.
he has, and the fact that again, the teams that we mentioned did not have the style of receivers for him to have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
With Baltimore, it's mainly a run style offense. So obviously Jackson's not going to give Hurst many opportunities.
Right.
And then, of course, in Atlanta, you had Julio Jones up there in age, and then he was gone. And, and then they draft Kyle Pitts, so you didn't get too much of an opportunity there.
Mm-hmm.
So as of right now, you're the tight end number one, and you got the receiving trio, the three-headed dragon in front of you, and now a stellar offensive line. There is no reason to believe you're not going to flourish with someone like Joe Burrow throwing the football to you.
No reason
offensively, I'm most excited to see what he's going to contribute to this offense.
Okay. I'm gonna say mine on the offense was just Chris Evans. Defense, I sent you the message earlier. I was like, here's your boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ready. I want to see this. I just want to see the redemption season of him coming off of this season, Eli Apple. I just want to see if there's going to be any improvement, like going into that's what I want to see. I just want to see because he improved. Don't get me wrong, like he improved as the season went on. I just want to see if he could go into the new season finishing the same way. That's all I want to see. Those are my
only comment about the Eli Apple thing. I'm an Ohio State Buckeye fan. I've been watching Eli Apple since day one. I questioned him being a first-round pick back then to the Giants. I questioned him being the number one cornerback with the Giants. I questioned why he was signed by the Bengals. I've questioned the entire time because ever since in college, dude always gets burnt.
Hey, man, running back, it's room for improvement, man. Room for improvement.
I'm not gonna hold my breath. He does have some plays now and then, but I mean, even
he said tough.
God,
those are my two, man. I just hope to see Chris Evans, and I hope to see this dude go into a whole new level Eli Apple this season, man. That's what I want to see. Because I didn't want to pick the same ones as you. Because originally it was Joseph. Yeah, it was Joseph and it was Mixon. Because I already told you about Mixon earlier. I said I just want to see him just break the rushing record. That's all I want to see. But yeah, we'll see, man. Those some good picks, yo. But I do like the Hayden joint because that's a big spot he has to prove and fill. Because there's another name I want to see as well. Hopefully we see him. But we didn't. We almost got to see him. We almost got to see him in the Steelers game. But right before the game, they called him with the injury. I'm talking about Thaddeus Moss, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that's why my third person. That's like my sleeper. I want to see is Thaddeus Moss. Hopefully. Then keep my fingers crossed.
I highly doubt it's going to happen.
We'll see. He's number 4.
We'll see.
He's number 4 on that chart.
He's looking up a long way.
Yeah, he got a ladder to climb, but like I said, I'm all with the underdogs, man. But other than that, y'all, NFL draft, man, is coming up next week, April 28th, 30th. We got some prospects we looking at. I don't even know if we got the same list. Who are you trying to see on this draft? Let's start with this. Who are you trying to get the first pick?
Yeah, I mean, it would all have to depend how it plays out, but realistically, I see the first pick being the defensive pick.
Yeah, I hope he's either defense or offensive line, personally.
The only way it would be offensive line, I would think, is if Lindenbaum drops down, and that was the point I was talking about with Jackson Carman earlier, is if Lindenbaum falls to that spot, I see no reason why you would let him get by. That you would draft him, even though you told Karras he's the center, because Karras has played left guard. And then he would move to left guard, Lindenbaum be center, and you got 4 out of the 5 spots locked up for at least the next 3 years. So that would make perfect sense. On the defensive side of the ball, I mentioned it earlier about, drafting a safety because of the Bates situation. Then you also have Bell becoming a free agent, but you still need more cornerback help, especially the way you've been seeing the AFC West loading up. But again, I'd like to see the pass rush really develop more. Yeah,
you're right on that.
I like the kid out of Florida for cornerback.
If you don't know the name,
his name's Elam. If I remember correctly, I can't remember his name.
But I like Florida.
I like Devontae Wyatt, defensive lineman.
I did see that.
Out of Georgia. There's so many different scenarios that this team can go. I would not trade back. I would stay at that spot.
Shit, there's a guy, Logan Hall from I think like Houston. Yeah, Logan Hall from like Houston defensive line. Like he's pretty solid, bro. He's pretty solid, man. They got that. Or like I said, or go corner. That's a huge reach, but I know I'm not talking about Sauce though. But you go
Keir Elam is the corner that I was wanting to go for the first pick. A cornerback that I actually really like, he would be in the later rounds. He's out of Houston.
Okay.
The one knock on him and the reason he would not be a first round draft pick. Okay, Marcus Jones. I really like him. He's a hell of a kick returner, and that's why I was stating earlier about Chris Evans being a return man unless we draft a person that I like.
Yeah.
Marcus Jones, the only knock on him, he's only 5'8". So he's primarily, way down in the cornerback list, but he's primarily going to be your kick and punt returner and special teams guy.
I'm going to say, what's his vertical then? 5'8".
But that's why I said if someone like Elam's there at 31, I would jump all over him as well.
There's a guy from Nebraska, like Cam Taylor, I had written down. He's a tall ass dude, man. Yeah, corner. Yeah, he seems solid. Looking at the highlights, he looked real solid. He could probably rotate with Eli. I think he could be like, I'm not saying he could be a starter, but he could rotate in and out for Eli. He kind of got like a William Jackson III type build, but he's tall, bro. Big ass corner. But there was a name that I saw which was going with the shit that we're talking about earlier with Tyler Boyd, and we're talking about the future. I saw the name. You might know what I'm talking about. You might have seen it, but they're talking about Alec Pierce from Cincinnati. They're talking about that too, to prepare for the future. And I was like, man, yeah, like again, y'all, bro, it's just like that is a big hole missing. But
there's a trade scenario that I would actually be really intrigued by if the Bengals wanted to entertain it.
uh-oh.
And I mentioned this to you before. It would help lock up the future. A team like the Eagles have, I think, 3 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they got tons.
And that mid-teen range, if he would still be available, I can see, which would give Tyler Boyd a chance to be a number 1 guy, a trade scenario with Boyd and a couple picks to the Eagles in exchange, and we can still keep our first-round pick. That would be lovely, but I highly would doubt it.
Yeah.
But you never know with the amount of first-round picks they already have. Because you can only have so many of the 5-year contracts in 1 year that you're going to be able to maintain.
Right.
So we could potentially still be able to keep our 31st pick, move up, trade in with, Tyler Boyd being traded to the Eagles, and Chris Olave would still be there. Drafting him, there's your wide receiver number 3, and you got him for at least 5 years with the 5th year option, and you got your wide receiver set for a long while.
Yeah.
At team-friendly prices. I'm back to that team-friendly prices thing.
Team-friendly to be under the budget, man.
And doing a move like that could actually also potentially open up more money for your boy Bates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if T. Higgins would end up walking too, you have Olave that can fill in his spot as well.
Man, mixing those words with leave is man.
It's realistic. Nature of the beast. It's just the realistic thing. Realistically, we have 3 wide receivers that are all number 1 receiver caliber receivers.
Yes.
and it's a beautiful thing. It's a double-edged sword. It's a beautiful thing, and it also
rare.
sucks.
Very rare to have on one team. But yeah,
very fortunate to have on
that
one
too.
Team.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. There's another guy they were talking. There's even talking about even maybe looking at this tight end from Virginia Tech. They said was looking at him too. James Mitchell.
They're going crazy on the tight end thing. Like, I think we're up to like 7 or 8 tight ends.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they've been talking about Trey McBride, obviously in the 2nd round.
I had that name.
About Jeremy Ruckert out of Ohio State.
Yup, I have that name out here.
I've even seen Jake Ferguson way later down in the draft.
Yep.
But again, how many tight ends? We don't really do double tight end sets, hardly.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of wasted an early round pick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect to him, but wasted an early round pick on Drew Sample. He was drafted 3 rounds too early. But
hey, don't even be sorry, bro.
I mean, he's a great blocker, but as far as moving the chains and
he ain't that guy.
He's not that guy. So
he ain't that guy.
I don't know, unless you start doing more double tight end sets. I don't see why you would draft another tight end at this point. Because if Hurst excels this year and you want to extend him, then you have your main tight end. And I really don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. It'd be nice to see Hurst and Thaddeus Moss on the on the lineup, bro. Double tight end switch. But we'll see how that shit plays, man. They even have Brian. You say Brian Cook, the safety from the Bearcats.
I didn't say it, but I know that's one of the people they've been looking at.
They was looking at that too. I'm like, man.
Like I said, we could be potentially down 2 safeties next season. So there will be safeties drafted by the Bengals this draft.
Yeah.
Just, what round are we going to do it in?
We do need like at least, because how many we have right now? Because we do need some under like for the depth chart. Hold on, is Ricardo Allen? He
retired.
A corner? Oh, never mind.
No, he was safety, but he retired.
Okay. Damn. Okay, so you definitely need to pick one in. You have him, Bates. But yeah, you definitely need some. Something's got to give. Yeah, something's got to give, y'all. Yeah, definitely something's got to give. We'll keep y'all posted on that. But I just can't get over that shit, bro. Tell y'all, man, it's a business, man. It's sad. It's some sad shit. But again, it's protecting the brand, man. Like, that's what it's all about, bro. Like, you got to do what it takes to protect the brand, man. Like, and obviously the brand is Burrow, obviously, and you're basically building around him. And obviously, like we said earlier, the goal is to keep, hopefully, to keep mainly them two to get like him, Chase, and T together, and hopefully getting back. Well, we'll see how the mix of shit goes. Man, it's just a list of names that could go through that we got to look at, but y'all just enjoy the now. Enjoy the now. That's all I can really say. We saw reports, we got the indoor practice facility coming soon. Finally.
Took a Super Bowl run to finally get it.
Jesus. I mean, thank God, just so they don't got to drive their goofy asses to UC every year or some shit, or driving, over to Dayton or some goofy shit. Actually do that shit right around the corner from the stadium. But yeah, it's about time, and they're making that right by the
where the old mill is at.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the bridge, right? So I'm over here getting tongue twisted. But yeah, man, about time you're doing that, It's about fucking time. And what game you excited to see this season, bro? If you remember our opponents.
Oh no, I remember the opponents.
I hope it's bro. Mine is the Chiefs.
I was just gonna. I was literally gonna say that just to see how successful we'll be with them against them again. Except at the same time, now the Chiefs lost a major weapon with losing Tyreek Hill. The only thing that's in the back of my mind that concerns me is we have a game in London and we don't know which game it's going to be yet, whether it's a home game or an away game. I hope it's an away game because I hate to lose a home game to it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm following you.
Yeah, I don't want to lose a home game over in London.
I saw speculations it might be the Saints.
I would hope it would be because it's an away game.
Yeah,
but
possibly.
I think the game, just because this will most definitely be the final season, I'm probably more interested in seeing the Tampa Bay game just for the fact that Burrow keeps getting compared to Tom Brady. I want to see those two go at it.
That's a nice matchup.
As far as home game, to really see where we stand, because yes, we made the Super Bowl, but I feel the top team in the AFC is truly the Buffalo Bills. And that's who I want to go against to really see where where we stand. And we play them here. And to me, I'd rather play them here to stand up before I'd have to play them there.
Yeah, especially if it's like in the December. It's a wrap.
So I'm really looking forward to that game, to see truly where we stand.
Oh, that's a good game.
Because watching the Bills and the Chiefs, the way that game was, the way they were going at it, and then you see what we were able to do to the Chiefs. They were destroying us, and then we come back and win the game. And the way we played in the Super Bowl against the Rams, I see no reason why we couldn't take out the Bills. But I love this. I want to see that matchup. Got to see
how it plays out with their weapons against ours. It's pretty much like how good our defense is. That's what I'm saying. Let's say if Bates wasn't there this coming season, Josh Allen would have a field day. Come on, bro.
That's again why I keep saying that the pass rush is finally there instead of giving, that's why the Jets were able to do what they did against us. There was no pass rush. We made a nobody quarterback do what he did. If that pass rush is there, Allen's not going to be able to do what he can do.
But he could throw on that run though.
Oh yeah, he's a hell of a runner too. Yeah, he's a hell of a runner.
Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on him.
Not. He's a hell of a runner. That's why I said that pass rush. The way we were able to contain Lamar Jackson, the defense can stop a running quarterback. It's just stopping that arm, but you need that pass rush.
Need it, bro. There's some good games to pick out, man. I forgot about the Tampa Bay one. That's definitely gonna be a Sunday night joint. That has to be a night game. Him and Burrow?
I would think so, just for the fact it's Brady versus Burrow.
Yeah, that has to be a night game. That has to be a Sunday night, Monday night, one of them, bro. Maybe even the Thursday joints. That has to be. But yeah, we'll see. We'll give you our season prediction this fall when we go to the Back Together Saturday. I ain't giving no predictions now. I got to wait till we see everything is on the table. I got to see what's on I got to see everything on the table.
I got to see how the draft plays out. I got to see who makes the roster.
All that. And perfect segue, since you're talking about the Bulls, the Bills and Chiefs game.
The Bulls,
they changed the damn overtime rules while we were gone. Yeah, so now it's from my understanding, it's basically the college format. Like
only
each team
in
get
the playoffs.
only in the playoffs.
Regular season is still the same. You score a touchdown, it's over.
That shit weak. Shit weak as fuck.
I get it for the regular season. You don't want to extend the game any longer than it has to be. You know, but in the playoffs, it definitely needed to be changed in the playoffs.
But you cool with the Bengals with a tie? Like if that justified your season, that tie?
It did for the Steelers.
I mean, I know, but it benefited them, but it could benefit or it could, yeah.
It worked for the Steelers.
Man.
That's my answer to that. It got them into the playoffs. That tie got them into the playoffs.
Man. I'm not cool with ties. That's just me, y'all.
I'm not neither. But
if
it's a difference between me making the playoffs and not making the playoffs, I'll take the tie.
I hear you.
I mean, look how the Raiders and the Chargers played out. All they needed was a tie, and both teams were in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, man, we'll see how this shit plays out, man. Let's get into these damn NFL news. We'll get out of here, bro. Yo, Maverick told y'all, man, it's been the wildest off-season signing we ever seen, bro. Too many fucking contracts. Brady's back. Fucking, bro, shit still go. I think Brian Flores, I think that investigation's still going on. Well, so much shit happened while we was gone. Like, there's more shit listed, y'all. Hold on. The Calvin Ridley shit, the betting shit happened.
They need to get over that.
That happened. Fucking, it's just so, bro. I just can't believe it. Yeah, the Pat Mahomes' brother. You hear about that?
Yes. I'm sorry. He doesn't even play in the NFL. Can we stop talking about this dude?
Yeah, bro. I'm like,
stop talking about him. Stop talking about the wife and God bless.
Bro.
It has nothing to do with football yet. Y'all just
it's just clickbait, man. Clickbait. It was just funny because he said, like, the social media. Oh, I might say it wrong, but he said, like, it ruined his. No, Pat Mahomes asked his brother and his fiance not to be around the games. It might ruin his brand. But then his brother came out and said, like, the social media shit kind of ruined his, like, I guess his lifestyle. But then he asked the goofy motherfucker that's on this team now from the Steelers, hey, you want to make a TikTok though? Like at the beginning of the season?
Don't put yourself in the public spotlight if you cannot take the punishment that's going to come with it. Get over it. You welcomed it into your household, that you're going to get what you're going to get.
Yeah,
like
man.
You just said earlier, it's that culture now.
It is.
Get the F over it. If you welcome it, you better be able to be willing to take whatever comes with it, the good and the bad.
It's like
point blank.
I was like, you brought it onto yourself, bro. What do you mean? And then the flip side, we find out that the coaches was mad at McPherson for standing out watching the halftime show.
Get over it.
We find that goofy shit out.
Get over it. He's the kicker. What is he going to discuss at halftime? He was doing his job. Come on.
Yeah, bro.
He's a kid living his life, enjoying himself, in a moment he may or may not ever live again.
Bro,
so who cares?
It's been nuts, y'all. It's more news. more news, man. The Deshaun Watson situation. Oh, he gets signed. Now Baker's in a tough situation. Don't worry, y'all. We're just doing quick takes. We ain't gonna stay on it too long. But yeah, man. Now Now Baker's in a tough situation. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was Baker, I wouldn't play for the motherfuckers, bro. No.
You don't have a choice. He ain't gonna be playing it for him anyway.
I would. Yeah, I'm telling you. If something happens with this dude's case with these 22 civil suits, anything happens with that, anything comes up and they ask this dude to come up and play, that's the reason why they got him hostage still. I'm not doing it.
At the same time, he's going to hurt himself with that, unfortunately.
They hurt
because other teams
they hurt him.
I'm just saying.
Respectfully, they hurt him. Yo,
if he has the opportunity, he needs to play for himself in that opportunity.
That's a tough
if it should come to that. So then he can have the last laugh at the end.
I hear you. It's just a tough L pill to swallow, man. Like that's fucked up. What they doing to Baker right there. Other shit that happened, man. All these trades, Russell Wilson to the Broncos, major. Carson Wentz to the damn Commanders, doo-doo. I still understand that, but it is what it is, bro. I don't understand it. But bro, I just can't believe this shit, man. All this shit that popped off in a matter of time. But yeah, y'all, man, it's just this season, like I feel like this season's about to be crazy. Overall, this NFL in general, like we're about to see some shit. Like we're about to see a lot of shit. I might be missing some other shit that happened over time while we was gone, but a lot of the major news was Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson going to the Broncos, and that was pretty much about it. Then
well, I mean, the whole quarterback carousel that went on. I've seen more quarterbacks move this year than I think I've ever seen.
We never seen it like this before. I don't remember the last time we seen some shit like this. You got Tyreek traded, Russ traded, Devontae Adams got traded to the Raiders. Rodgers returned. Von Miller got that big money. Fucking
that was dumb.
Yeah, Cooper traded. Matt Ryan got traded.
I said the amount of money that's getting forked out. Like I said, it's dumb.
It's wild, bro. I did like the Matt Ryan to the Colts deal, though. I do like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
An over the hill quarterback.
I do like
that type of contract. The Colts need to draft a goddamn quarterback.
It quit being cheap.
They've had a bridge quarterback for as long as I could fucking remember.
They have, bro.
I mean, God bless.
They did, man. It's all good, man. And then there's circulating sources with, I see his name floating around, but there ain't no name sticking. I just keep seeing the same old bullshit. Oh, yeah, there's teams interested. I'm talking about Colin Kaepernick, everybody. But we've seen teams interested, but ain't nothing really popping off. So we'll see, man. We will see. We will see. We'll see how this new tight end turns out. Because, I do have the tight end draft history that we have on here, bro. Damn. 2010, we had Jermaine Gresham. 2012, we had Orson Charles. 13, we picked up Eifert. 15, picked up Uzama. Croft in 15 as well. Mason Shrek in 17 and Drew Sample in 19. They're gonna pick up a tight end, bro. They might pick up a tight end, no joke. They might. I mean,
the only reason I would see them doing it again is that McBride's there in the second round.
Yeah.
And he's the highest on their board at that point. But then you'll have, tight end for years to come. But now you say you do that and Hayden Hurst does what I hope he does. He excels.
Mm-hmm.
And then you drafted him just to sit in the wings?
Right. I don't think they're trying to do that, though.
I mean, I know this is two different positions, tight end and quarterback, but look at the situation in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. You wasted a first-round pick on Jordan Love. You got to, just for him to be on the bench. And now you paid a record deal over to freaking Aaron Rodgers. So that was a big joke.
And which led to them giving up. Yeah.
Like I said, this is the draft where you really need to get the players that's going to play right now.
You really do. You really do at this point. And certainly, you have to do that.
Like you said earlier in the show, where the window is, these players got to make an instant impact now.
Now, yeah. The AFC, it's up. Maverick told y'all, man. It's going to be the most toughest year ever for the AFC. Mainly for the AFC West, but
yeah, let them beat up each other.
Yeah, I said they're gonna be beating up each other. You got the Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. That's gonna be crazy as hell.
And the AFC North is the defenses we got to worry about.
Yeah, Ravens been really silent though.
Well, they were plagued with injuries, so I'm not counting them out yet.
Yeah, they really silent.
They were decimated with injuries.
They were really silent this year with the draft, not the draft, but the offseason. Pittsburgh, I don't think they got anybody either. I mean,
they got Miles Jack.
You're right, Miles Jack. And rest in peace,
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, thank you, bro. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, too, man. But yeah, they've been pretty quiet. And then the Browns, they just wanted exposure on the headlines. They just did that goofy shit. I wouldn't have risked that, until I had full paperwork that this dude was cool.
Winning fixes a lot of ailments, but the backlash that they're about to receive, which they already have started receiving, I hope they're prepared for. And the way these, I mean, that could be a whole show in itself talking about the Deshaun Watson thing. But
couple fans came over this way. Thank y'all. Couple fans, there's a lot of fans that's pretty pissed off about that shit. And they came this way. They were rooting for us, so I might bet. I'm like, that's cool. Keep on. Bring that shit down here, man. Just don't bring that losing mentality though. But other than that, anything else we got to add on here? Where we at on this list? Yeah, man. That's about it, yo. We'll be checking back with y'all right after the draft. We're gonna let the draft go through next week. Possibly, we might do what we did last year. Might do like a little mini live stream during the draft on the 28th. But other than that, got anything else to add, Matt, before we get out of here, bro?
No, not for this show. For how long it's been, I can keep us on here for hours.
Yeah, I might decide to peep the time. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, we've been here for a little minute, but yeah, y'all, man, that's all we got for y'all today. Like I said, we'll check back with y'all here soon. Like I said, possibly a live stream on the 28th. We'll be back. Let me get on the calendar, yo. We won't let this week go through. And then, we'll be back on the 20. Let me back this up.
And if you're having football withdrawals, don't forget, check out the USFL.
Oh, did you check that out?
Yes, sir, I did.
So what did you think?
Mediocre gameplay, but it's all the people that haven't been able to make it to the NFL. But I love what they're doing with the camera thing, the GoPro in the helmet and stuff like that. I see that being integrated into the NFL.
That's the shit. Like basically, you got like the vision of what they're looking like, and
they
show it live.
Their eyes, huh?
They show it live, like them.
They bring the replay right back up when something happens. Like the one dude got an interception for a touchdown, and shortly after they showed the replay, they went to the replay from his point of view, and that was really cool to see. Man. Seeing it from their level, seeing the holes open up, and that was a cool touch.
Bro, picture us having that on the team. Yo, my mic'd up will be hilarious.
Seeing the gritty in first person.
My mic'd up will be hilarious. You have to literally cover your kids' ears, probably. My mic'd up will be hilarious to have me on that. But yeah, y'all. My bad. We'll be, like I said, live stream the 28th, episode on the 2nd of May, and then that'll be it for y'all, man. But other than that, I'm your host, Ray Summers. Shout out to my man Mavy Mav.
What up?
This was episode 27, Protect the Brand. Yep, episode Protect the Brand. My bad, y'all. Hey, we back from vacation, man. So bear with us, y'all. We're back from vacation, man. It's episode 27, Protect the Brand. I'm your man Ray Summers. Shout out to my man Maverick. Give y'all a hoo-day.
Hoo-day.
Salute. We out, baby.